So now we're done with the drawing tools. So we go to modify tools. So under the modify tools are the move, rotate, trim, erase, copy, mirror, fillet, explode, stretch, scale, array, offset. Then sa hidden panels, meron pang ibang options dyan. So ang i-discuss muna natin is yung move, rotate, trim, erase, copy, mirror, fillet, explode, stretch, then offset, including na si trim, tsaka si stretch or extend. So, si modify tools, siya yung nagko-control dun mismo sa drawing mo. So, kung gusto mo mag-move, gagamit ka ng modify tools. Kung mirror, modify tools din. So, start tayo with move. So, kay move, ito yung maggagalaw doon sa object nyo. Ilipat mo siya from one place to another. So, to do that, type M, enter, or click nyo yung icon na to, na move. So, M, enter. You will ask to select an object. So, select natin tong spline and press enter. Specify base point. Pag sabing base point, kung saan hahawak yung mismong cursor mo. Okay. So, for example, this will be my base point. So, yan. Mamumove ko siya. Okay. Or, pwede rin naman na M, enter, select an object, specify base point. So, I have to click this. Then, I can type the displacement of the object. For example, 3,500 millimeters. Yeah, remove the spline. Again, so M, enter, select an object, enter, specify the base point. Here, you can type the length or you can move it using your cursor. So there. Next would be the copy. Okay, copy, it duplicates your object. So to do that, you can click the copy icon or you can type CO and press enter. So you will be asked to select an object there. Specify the base point. So, example, my base point is here. So, I have to click it, then specify the next point. So, the second point or the next point, it will have your object na. So, may duplicate na siya. For example, lagay ko siya dyan. So, yan. Ganyan. Pwede din naman na may, if you know the length or the distance or displacement of the object, you can type it. So for example, CO, enter, select an object, specify base point, select an object, enter, specify base point, then I can type, for example, 10,000. So there is my copied object. So if you want to stop na, just press the escape. So there are also other ways to copy or to make a copy of your object. So type CO, enter, select an object, enter. You can see on your command window displacement or mode. So if you click displacement, you will be asked the distance of your copied object. If you click the mode or O, you will be asked if it's single copy or multiple. So if it's single, So, single copy lang siya. Ayan. Ito, yung ginawa natin kanina dito, it's multiple. Then, there's also an option on copy. Copy, enter. Select an object, enter. Select mode or type O, enter. Then type multiple, M, enter. So, specify base point. Okay. Now, once you click the object, now, you will see on this window command, array, exit, and undo. Once you say array, multiple copy siya na may with distance ng kasama. So, for example, I have to type A, array. Specify the number of array. It means specify the number ng items mo or how many copies do you want. For example, 5. Yeah. So, you can specify the distance or the displacement of your copied object. So, for example, I want it 3,000. So, the distance of this object here is 3,000. Same as on the other objects that are included on the array option of copy. Next is stretch. So stretch, you will lengthen or stretch the line or an object. It could be you can make our object or line smaller in length or longer in length. So for example, I have to create a line first. L, enter, specify point, then second point. Then I have to stretch it. For example, S, enter, select yung object na i-stretch mo. Ayan. So, pag yun lang select mo, itong side, ito lang yung ma-stretch. For example, a rectangle for a better explanation. So, S for stretch, enter. If I only select this part is this part, you can only stretch this part. So, there. Right. Okay. S, enter, select this part of the object. So the ones that you select are the ones that only be stretched. Enter. So, yeah. So, again, so S, enter. If I select this part, enter. So the part that is selected is the only part that can be stretched. So you can also type the length of the stretch. So S, enter, select an object, enter, specify base point. For example, I want 6,000. So the stretch will be 6,000. Yeah. So if I want it to shorten, so S, enter, select an object, enter, specify base point, 7,000. So yeah. Next is yung rotate. So rotate, it will rotate your object. for example, to rotate, type RO, enter, select the object, enter, specify base point. So if you specify here, the rotation of your object will be this part. So, okay. So the base point will be your center. Okay. So again, so RO, enter, select the object, enter. If I put the base point here, the center of rotation will be on your base point or here on the midpoint. So you can type the angle of your rotation. For example, 45 degrees. It's 45. So rotate, RO, enter, select the object, enter, specify base point. So I make the base point here at the center. So this will be the rotation. You can specify the angle of rotation. For example, 30. Mirror. If you want to copy or the mirrored copy of the object. So for example, I will create an object first. So I will use the mirror command. So type mi, enter, select the object that you want to have a mirror, enter, specify the first point. So this is my first point, then this is the second point. Erase source object. If you want to erase this, click yes. If you don't want, click no. So I don't want to erase it. So yeah, it will be the mirror copy of the object. So you can use mirror usually on plans that have a typical plan. For example, your plan on the east wing is similar on the west wing, so you can mirror it naman na lang. Yeah. So another for mirror, mi, enter, select the object, enter. Okay, wait. For example, I will make a dining table with chairs. Yeah. So I want to mirror this going here. So mi, enter, select the object, enter, first point. So if you want an equal distance, always get the midpoint or the center. So select vertical downward, erase, no. I don't want to erase this, so no. There. If I want my chair to be here, I can also use mirror. So mi, enter, select the object, enter. My first point would be on the corner. Then my second point will be here. 45 degree. Erase. No. So yeah. Then you can move it na lang to make it on the center. So what if I want to put the chairs on the opposite side? So mi, enter, select the object, enter, get the midpoint, then move the cursor on your right or left. and click, then no. So there is my chair. I want a chair here on the other side. Mi, enter, select an object, enter, then specify first point, second point, no. Right. So you have your table. Next is trim. So in trim, it will let you cut the line to make an intersection. So for example, I will create a line first, then here. So I want this line to be in this line, and also I want this one to be cut or to be removed, the excess line. So sorry, we're talking about trim. So for example, I will remove this first. So and so I want this line to have a corner or an edge. For example, this is my exterior wall. So there is an excess line. So what I have to do is to trim it. So first, TR, enter, select the object. This object, enter. Select the line or the object that I want to trim. So select ito. So this line is already trimmed. Okay. So there's other way you can trim. So TR, enter, enter. Then click the line that I want to trim or the excess line that I want to trim. So there. That's for trim. So again, I'll create a line. So sorry, I will remove this. Yeah. I want this two excess line to be trimmed. So TR, enter, enter. Yeah. Then you have to click those excess lines to be removed. So now, if there's a trim, there's a extend. So extend, if you want, there's a gap on your object and you want those two lines to meet, you can extend it. So for example, I will move this one. And then so extend, EX, enter, select this object, enter, and select the other object. So what we did was we select the object where you want the line to be extended. For example, okay, so EX, enter, select the object or the line where your line or where you want your line to be extended. So select this one, enter, select the other line, enter. So same as trim, there are other ways you can extend an object. So first, I will copy this line first. So I want this line to be extended here. So what will I do is EX, enter, enter. And I can select these two lines. Same as with trim. So TR, enter, enter. AR, enter, enter. Yeah. You can also select TR, enter, enter. Select this two lines. Then it will be trim. Now, what if you're in a trim command but you want to extend it. So TR, enter, enter, hold shift to extend your line. So what if you are in the extend command, you want to trim a line? So EX and EX, enter, enter, hold the shift, click the line that you want to be trimmed. So what if, for example, your line is too far? So let's move this one. So the first method of trim and extend is you have to click first the object where you want your line to be extended or to be trimmed. So the purpose of that if your other object is too far. So for example, EX, enter, select first the line where you want your line to be extended. So I have to click this first. Then enter, select the line that I want to be extended. So there. So the EX or TR, enter, enter is used if it's on a small distance. TR, enter, enter, like that. But if it's far, or there are objects that obstructing the line that you want to be trimmed, you have to use the first method, which is the TR, enter, and TR, then select the object where you want the line to be extended or trimmed. So for example, this line is short, same as this. I want to extend it on both lines here. So I have to use EX, enter, select the objects where you want the line to be extended, then enter, select the object that you want to extend. So same as with trim, you can do that. So for example, this one, I want this one, so there's a line here and then the line that I want to be trimmed is this area, sorry. So what I will do is TR, enter, select this line, then enter. So the line is already trimmed. Next is fillet. So in rectangle command, there's already a fillet. So here, this is a separate command. For example, it's not a rectangle. So for example, this is my exterior wall. I want this corner to be rounded. So I will use fillet. So F, enter, select the first object, select the second, so F, enter, then on the command window you have a options. So I have to type R if I want to have a round corner. R, enter. You will be asked the radius. So for example, 65 or 650, enter. So the radius of my corner is 650. Click the first line, click the second. So you have the round edge. What if the line is parallel? So you can still use fillet. without typing the radius. So F, select the object, select the other lines. There. You will have now the round edge. Okay. So what if it's a square or rectangle? So I have to fillet this. F, R, enter. What is the radius of your corner? Example, 34. Masyado maliit. 2. Masyado maliit. So F, R, example, 500. Select the first line, then the second line. So you can create now a round edge. Next to fillet, we have chamfer. So chamfer is same as on the rectangle. By the way, in fillet, so FR, so if you type F only, and you want to fillet this one, but you forgot to put the radius, so may ganyan siya. For example, yung last fillet mo is 500, then you want to change it, or you forgot to change it, so the radius of this corner is also 500. So to do that, to change it, so F, R, then change the radius. For example, 750, enter. Yeah. Next to fillet is erase. So in erase, E, enter, select the object, it will be erased. Or you can use delete on your keyboard. Just press delete, then it will be erased. Okay. So next is explode. So in explode, if your object, for example, is a polyline, since it is a continuous line, you can explode it. Same as with rectangles, circles. All objects that are polylines can be explode. So, for example, this one. So once you click the rectangle, you can see that it is a continuous line. So if you want to explode it, so X, enter, then click the object, enter. The lines will not be continuous. So you can, if you want to remove this, there. So there's also another trick for trim. Sorry, I forgot to discuss. So for example, this is a round rectangle. I want to trim the round corner. So TR, enter, enter. Then I can trim it. So also here. Yeah. So once yung object nagtouch siya dun sa isang object, you can trim it. So if you want your rectangle to return to have an edge corner, REC, enter, F, you make it 0, then enter, and first point, so there. Sorry, I forgot to discuss. Next would be the offset. So offset is like a copy, but you can't offset a block or in groups. So if you want to offset this, so my mixer ball would be 200, enter. So click the first object, then click on the next point where you want to do an offset. And there. So if you want your offset to be on the right side, put your cursor on the right side. And left side, ayan. So, hanggat naka-offset ka, for example, O, F, enter, enter. For example, yan. Always 200 yung distance ng line. Iba siya kay copy. Kasi kay copy, for example, copy, enter, enter. Ganyan siya. Ikaw mismo mag-select kung saan mo siya ilalagay. Unlike yung offset, may distance na siya. For example, I want to change the distance of my offset. I want it 150, enter. So, yeah. Then, you have the draw order. Draw order, for example, your objects are stacked, no? So, for example, here, I have to copy this object. So, I will move it on top of the other object. I will change first the color. So, I have moved it on top of the other line. So, once I click it, this is a selection cycling. You can see the green line and the white line. So, if I click it, the white line, andun pa rin siya sa ilalim. So, I want it to be on top or in front of the green line. So, what I have to do is first, option, you can click this icon, draw order, and this fly out. So, you will have a option if you want to bring the white line in front, send it to back, bring above objects, under, or bring in front of text, etc. So, the other option is by shortcut command. So, TR, enter. Select the object. So, this is a selection cycling. So, I want my white line to be on top of the green line. So, I will click the white line. So, once I click the white line, I press enter. So, here you will be asked if you want the white line to be above objects, under objects, front, and back. So, I want it on front. So, I click front. There. The white line is already in front of the object. So, what's the difference of those four options? So, for example, I have a rectangle here, another rectangle here, then there's an offset 150. So, I want the green line to be above. So, DR, enter, select the object, selection cycling will appear, select the green line, enter. So, once we say above the object, above this rectangles, okay, front, it means it's already in front. Okay, so the arrangement would be front, above objects, under objects, and then back. Okay, so pag above objects, saselect ko muna yung objects na kung saan gusto kong nakaibabaw yung green line ko. So, select ko siya and then enter. So, makikita nyo, nasa above na siya nitong rectangle na to. Now, DR enter, select the green line, enter. So I want it under the objects. So I have to select the reference object or the objects where I want the green line to be under it. And enter. So nasa ilalim na siya. If you zoom in, this rectangle white rectangle, no, yung line niya above na no green. So ganun lang siya. So for the use of the draw order is for the ease of selection. And also once for printing. So for example, the green lines are thicker than white lines. For example here. So if the green line is below the white line or under the white line, hindi makikita, you can see the thickness of the green line since the white line is on top of the green line. So what you have to do is to use the draw order to put this green line in front of this white line. Para once na na-print yung drawing nyo, there's a thickness. Okay. Next is lengthen break. So if you want to break a line, so you have to enter. Select the objects that I want to break. So for example, the green line. So nakikita nyo, you'll see, when I move the cursor, the green line here is also moving. So it means those green line here will be break. So if I click on the second point, so I'll be breaking line. So if you want to control the break of the line, so for example, BR enter, select the object that I want to break, the green line. On your command window, you can choose the first point. So I have to type F, enter. And then I want the start of break to be here, up to here, on the midpoint. So I break the line. Okay. Join, if it is the opposite of the break. So I will move first the green line. Again. Enter. Example there. Then I want these two lines to be joined. So J, enter. Select the first line, select the second line, enter. So the line will be joined. You can't join a polyline to line. So for example, this is a polyline and this is a line. So I have to join this. J, enter, enter. See, it can't be joined. So PL, enter. I will change the width of the polyline. So value 0, 0. So there. And this is my line. Oh, sorry. I will join the polyline in the line. So I have to type J, enter, select first line, second line. You can join the two lines. But if it's opposite, nagkatapatan sila. Pero if mag-intersect sila, for example, so J, you can join it as well. But if you click there, J, enter, there, you can join it now. If it has a gap, for example, I create a line here, you can join the polyline in the line. So it should be intersected. So you can join it. There. So it will become polyline. What if I'll create another line here? I will use, for example, fillet. F, enter. R, enter. 750, for example, will be the radius. Enter, select the first line, then the second line. So, ganyan yung mangyayari. Or, we will move with far. Then we will extend it. So, for example, F, R, enter. Make it 350, for example, the radius. Click the first line, click the second line. So, pag ganito yung case, it means short yung line na i-fillet mo. Hindi umabot ng 350 yung radius. Kaya ganyan. So, if it's smaller radius, F, enter, R, enter, 100, enter. So, it will be like that. So, I also forgot to discuss on the drawing tool is the construction line and the radius. So, once you say construction line, it is a full extended line. So, infinite siya. So, the command is XL, enter. You will be asked if it's horizontal, vertical, angular, bisect, or offset. So, I only use here horizontal, vertical, and angular. So, if you type H, be horizontal. So, ganyan siya. Infinite line siya. So, XL, enter, vertical. So, type V, enter. So, you have a vertical line. So, it is an infinite line. Okay. So, what if angular? So, XL, enter, A, for angular, enter. What is the angle of your construction line? For example, 45 degrees. So, now 45 degrees yung construction line. You have a 45 degree construction line. So, I use construction line for creating a grid line on plan, and also if I'm going to start a plan. It would be my reference. So, for ray, it's almost the same with construction line. It's just that you have a center point. But the line in array is infinite as well. So, for the command of ray, type RAY, enter, select the start point. Your start point would be your center point. So, this would be your array. And you can type the angle of your array. Yan. Okay. What else? You divide. So, divide, it is used to divide your object. For example, a line. I want to divide it into 4 segments. So, how I will do it? So, type DI, okay, for divide, press enter. Select the object that you want to divide. How many segments do you want? So, segments from first point to second point, that's the first segment. The second point to third point, another segment. So, how many segments? For example, I want 3 segments. Enter. So, if you click it from left to right, you will see there's a 2 points. So, divide is your basis. It will be your basis. The line won't be cut, but instead, there will be 2 points on your line. So, about if in circle, I want to divide it. DIV, enter. Select the object I want to divide. How many segments do I want? For example, 5. Enter. So if I click this and this one, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have 5 segments with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with 5 points as well. So you can remove those lines then. So you have to press delete. So it will be removed. So that's it for the modify tool.